Let's be honest. The first challenge with Friedrich Nietzsche? Just saying his name right. It's Nietzsche, not Nietzsche, not Nietzsche, just Nietzsche. Then there's his legendary mustache, his thunderous declarations, and quotes that sound like battle cries. Whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger. God is dead, and we are the ones who killed him. But beneath the wild quotes and mythic image lies one of the most daring and soul-shaking minds philosophy has ever known. Friedrich Nietzsche was born in 1844 in a small, quiet village in what is now Eastern Germany. His father was a Lutheran pastor. By the time he was 24, Nietzsche had already been appointed a professor of classical philology in Switzerland, the youngest ever at the University of Basel. But academia didn't suit him. He found the academic world stifling, petty, too full of footnotes and not enough fire. So he walked away from it all. Nietzsche chose solitude, spending years in the mountains of Switzerland and Italy, wrestling with ideas that would change the course of modern thought. His books, The Birth of Tragedy, The Gay Science, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Beyond Good and Evil, didn't sell. He was often broke, sick, and isolated. Romantic love never came. And in 1889, at just 44, Nietzsche collapsed after witnessing a horse being whipped in Turin. He never recovered mentally or physically and lived out the rest of his life in silence. But the words he left behind, they still roar. Nietzsche's mission was to push us, to shake us free of complacency. He wasn't writing for the faint of heart. He was speaking to the warrior within each of us, the part that dares to become more. He gave us 4 essential ideas. 1. Envy is not your enemy. Nietzsche saw envy not as a sin, but as a compass. He believed that who you envy reveals who you could become. Instead of pretending we're above it, Nietzsche urges us to study our envy. If someone makes your stomach twist with jealousy, don't turn away. Turn toward it. That might just be your future self, hidden behind someone else's success. Nietzsche didn't promise we'd get everything we want. He certainly didn't. But he believed in the courage to want deeply, to try boldly, and to fail with dignity. That to him was strength. That was becoming what he called the Übermensch, the person who rises beyond. 2. Don't worship weakness. Nietzsche didn't just criticize Christianity, he tore it apart. But not because he hated religion. He hated what religion, in his time, had become, a refuge for the powerless. He believed Christianity was created by the weak to shame the strong. Unable to achieve wealth, power, or pleasure, they called those things sinful. They flipped the script. Lack of ambition, that became humility. Sexlessness, purity, powerlessness, virtue. Nietzsche called it slave morality. Morality born not of strength, but of resentment. He wanted us to throw that off, to stop demonizing power, success, pleasure, to stop pretending we don't want what we clearly do. He didn't want us to be cruel. He wanted us to be honest. 3. Alcohol numbs the fight Nietzsche never drank. Not wine, not beer, not even coffee. He stuck to water and milk. And while that sounds odd, it was part of a deeper belief. He saw alcohol, like religion, as a way to escape pain, a sweet lie, a comfort drug. Nietzsche wanted us to face reality sober, to feel the discomfort, to use it as fuel. He once said, "Live dangerously. Build your cities on the slope of Vesuvius." For Nietzsche, life wasn't about comfort. It was about courage. And anything that dulled that edge, whether it came in a bottle or a Bible, was a distraction from who we could become. 4. God is dead. But that's not a victory. Nietzsche's most famous quote isn't a celebration. It's a warning. He didn't say God never existed. He said that belief in God, as a moral anchor, a source of meaning, was dying, and that death left a void. Without religion, what tells us right from wrong? What gives life purpose? Nietzsche's answer? Culture. Not culture as in museums or trivia, but as spiritual nourishment. Philosophy, poetry, tragedy, music. He believed these were the new scriptures, tools to help us become whole. But he feared universities were turning culture into dead knowledge. He wanted it to breathe, to teach, to heal. Nietzsche lived in a world changing fast. Democracy was rising, religion was fading, and people were looking around asking, now what? He didn't have all the answers, but he had a challenge. Do not settle. Do not shrink. Do not lie to yourself. Become who you truly are, no matter the cost. And in that call across time, we still hear his voice. Bold, unapologetic, unforgettable.